All right, kids, it's time for another AEW Dynamite watch along. As I usually do, I like to come on just a couple of minutes early, take care of some quick, super fast housekeeping before we get down to business. Of course, if I press the right buttons, you will know that LPW numero 44 is coming up January 23rd, back in our home base at the Rec Room, South Edmonton Common. Tickets available right now at Tixer.com. And if you cannot be there live in the Edmonton, Alberta area, you can check us out on IWTV, 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern. And tonight is the big night, 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, midnight Eastern. It is the New Year's Eve Degrassi Junior High Watchalong featuring myself and Mrs. Boris. You have no idea how excited we are to stream to nobody for 2 hours. We're thrilled about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's all coming up. I got a special guest for tonight's thingamajigger here tonight. So hang out, stick around, and we'll be back in like literally a minute. Good evening, good evening. It's time for AEW Watch Along with Boris. Dun, 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 dun.
If you need a feature, you just go Dynamite, Dynamite, jazz hands, it's Dynamite time with Boris.
The rings all set, the lights are bright, so settle in, it's Wednesday night. With matches stacked, the action's prime. AEW love it's Dynamite time, and with Big Bad Boris, we're ready to roll. Let's kick off the night and rock and roll. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Let's kick off the night and rock and roll.
We will indeed kick off the night and rock and roll for a special New Year's Eve edition of the AEW Dynamite Watch Along. Dynamite is literally beginning as we speak, but I did not come along. Oh no, children, I brought backup, and not just any backup, but the backiest backup that a guy can back up.
He threw the court.
Okay, I'm gonna rip I'm gonna tear the curtain back here. Just because it's
Tear away, brother.
before we came on the air, Spencer had a bullet of a cork shoot across his screen. He wanted to open that bottle on the stream, but it prematurely bottle ejaculated, and here we are.
Well, Boris, I didn't want to make you come alone on New Year's Eve. We can come together.
Oh,
Right? You know, sometimes I guess I popped off a little bit too early, but we'll call that one even. I've heard that a couple of minutes before the stream is the best time to pop off.
I got to pace myself. It's a long night here at Big Bad Boris World Headquarters. As we look at Dynamite, we got Mercedes Moné and Willow Nightingale. We got MJF. Did you watch the pay-per-view? I just literally finished it about half an hour ago. I have thoughts.
I've watched in bits and pieces, and it's the best way I can put it for a lot of AEW, in my opinion, is that there's never a bad pay-per-view. I sometimes don't like how they get there, but I enjoyed it for what it's worth and what I've seen so far.
I question choices.
Yeah, I was going to say, I question the fact, like, I love me some Jon Moxley. I love me some Kazuchika Okada, but like Kyle Fletcher or Takeshita not being in the final of the C2 is fucking bonkers to me, to be quite honest with you. That is what it is. It's the same sort of way that I said before, man. Like I sometimes question how we get places, but it's very, very hard to not watch an AEW pay-per-view and not enjoy it, you know?
Yeah, no, I actually agree kind of wholeheartedly with that whole take. I don't think Moxley needed to win that tournament. I think this 50-50 booking of Kyle Fletcher where they want to make him a star and then just 50-50 book him isn't doing anybody any favors. I didn't like the Continental Classic is this wrestling tournament and everyone's banned from ringside. And then we got all of a sudden in the two, the biggest matches of the whole tournament, we got screwdrivers and low blows flying all over the place. I don't know why they're hot-shotting the world title around so much. I thought Hangman would have it for like 8 months, 9 months, a year. And they've already hot-shotted it off him twice. So I'm just kind of confused a little bit about decisions being made, but the actual programming and matches and presentation, I enjoy.
Now, for me, the couple of things, to be honest, number one, just to tie off your latter point there, I don't mind the fact it's being hot-shotted. I think like over the last few years, especially with like the Bloodline era and all that sort of shit, I think we're all conditioned to believe that long title reigns mean more. I've got no issue with like shorter title reigns if they mean something. I don't hate the idea. I love the idea, frankly, of MJF being the world champion again. Do I think that we needed to have the Samoa Joe interim reign? Not necessarily, but that is what it is.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second?
Always.
Do the thing,
You're
2001. If you like looking forward to wrestling content, then you've come to the right place and love wrestling, and that's all I got to say. Now,
there you have it. Thank you for tuning in, homie. But yeah, like I agree. I read somewhere today, and I can't remember who posted it, and I feel like a dick anytime I can't remember.
That happens to me a lot too. I'm like, I don't want to take credit for this, but I don't remember who.
Yeah, but like, I was reading somewhere that Kyle Fletcher has never won a semifinal matchup in his time in AEW in any tournament that has taken place, whether it be the C2, anything in between, has never eclipsed the semifinals.
Yeah, that's
like
criminal,
say, man,
I think.
This whole idea that, I don't know, I just feel like there needs to be, you don't need to earn shit sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, you got to win matches, but like, oh man, he's got to pay his dues. Brother, Kyle Fletcher is one of the fucking best professional wrestlers on the planet right now. And the fact that he hasn't gotten to that point yet is, again, baffling is the word that I'll choose to use.
Now, why does he still have the ring when they, like, somebody else just won the ring?
I don't
do they
fucking
keep
know.
the ring, or do they pass the ring?
No, and it's
what happens with the Continental title? Like, is it split off from the one Okada? Nobody can understand this shit.
I was gonna say, so man, number one, there are already too many titles. Don't make the rules confusing, brother.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't. It makes no sense. So Okada is now the international champion, but not the continental champion. But that also means that he's not the unified champion, in spite of the two titles being unified to make the unified championship. Is it okay if I say dumb as fuck?
It's a little bit convoluted. What they should do is they should take the Continental Championship and the International Championship, and they should combine them and call it the Intercontinental Championship.
That might be trademark,
crazy.
Brother. Like, and I all of my comments come from a place of positivity, man. There's no bad wrestling out there right now. Like, I've watched Judy Bagwell on a pole. Nothing can get worse. Don't get me wrong, but like,
MJF looks like he like dyed his hair with shoe polish, and he looks like CM Punk. He's got a CM Punk haircut.
I believe he went to Turkey and like got the whole hair transmorphication gimmick that happened.
Like Turkey, the country, not Turkey, the food.
Yes, I don't know how you can go to Turkey.
I've gone to a Turkey, which I can't do anymore. I found out. Turkey's off the menu. Turkey, very, very bad for gout. I found out.
Well, shit.
So while everybody had turkey, I had a delicious rotisserie chicken from Sobeys for my Christmas dinner, and it was lovely.
I saw there's a Instagram page that is going through, and last year they rated like 54 different rotisserie chickens.
Ooh.
Now, Melissa, I just saw the new belt revealed, by the way, just so we get an idea of timing. He just 5 seconds ago pulled
You're
the little...
like 10-ish seconds behind me then.
That's better than we're usually doing.
Yeah, true. Melissa and I, that girl whose name you don't know, we were debating doing a blog like that about chicken wings, like dive bar chicken wings throughout the city.
Stay tuned. Tomorrow morning on my Twitter account, I will be revealing my top 5 glizzies I had through 2025.
Nothing touches those PWA ones, man. I don't know what the deal was. If those were going. I had fun on SNL this past week. That 90 minutes went by super fast.
I was going to say there was no scatting at the start of this show.
I popped for that. I enjoyed that. I was going to steal that video and debut it today, but I was told that it's not being debuted today, so I didn't.
That is debuted midnight on social media because Boris, as MJF cuts a promo, and
we should be paying attention, but we're not.
Well, have you heard an MJF promo since 2019?
Yeah. So you've heard them
Then
all?
you're probably good.
Yep.
But midnight tonight is the official, like to the minute, 5-year anniversary of Love Wrestling existing, which is wild.
I am privileged to be even the smallest part of it here in the palatial Big Bad Boris world. You've never been here, have you, in person to the world headquarters?
Haven't. And I was going to when I was doing my Love Wrestling part of the 40-hour stream, but there were a couple of other home invaders, and I kind of figured that a third would be
that was a
little
thing.
Unwelcome there, brother.
No, it wasn't unwelcome. It was just a lot at a time when my brain power was a little, if that makes sense.
The mental capacity was a little diminished, eh?
Do you see Kenny Omega? Or am I spoiling that?
Kenny Omega.
Okay. How much longer do you think he's got left in the tank?
You know what? Maybe I've got a Canadian bias here, but I think he's got like a decade left. Now,
really?
Is he going to have more than a couple of matches a year? I don't know. Right? Like, it's a bad comparison because Kenny Omega is a great wrestler and one's an undead wizard. But I get like Undertaker vibes in the sense that like he can come back. He will have his match at say All In or All Out or wherever he sort of chooses. Maybe it's 1 or 2 a year. But I don't think he's going to retire officially for a long time.
An undead wizard.
Describe the Undertaker better.
Yeah, I can't.
Spooky cult leader.
He's ruining his legacy, though, man. He wouldn't say a word for years. Now he won't shut the fuck up.
I think it's been ruined in other ways, but that brings in political stuff that I don't want to talk about online. That's not our gimmick. People know where I stand. So, yeah. Also, Kenny Omega, better hair than me. I can own that.
Did this guy say top 5 glizzies? He certainly did.
I did, in fact.
Can you give us a sneak preview? Who's on the outside? Who didn't make the cut? Who are honorable mentions?
I feel like every year, to be honest with you, Rogers Place comes close because this is like a 5-point rating system. So how good did it taste? What was the occasion? Did I get my value for dollar? Did it come with a side? And how convenient was it to purchase? So, for example, my 2024 top glizzy of the year was a glizzy I got outside of the Commodore Ballroom after I hosted an NEW show. My second show I hosted outside of Alberta. It was like $7, and I just walked up and got it. And I was shit-faced, so we'll call that part of it too. But anyways, yeah, I think that it's got to be a full experience. It's not just the glizzy itself, but it's the story of the glizz.
Now, how much
Glizzery! Oh my God! It's
what?
Glizzery. It's Glizzery, not history. Glizzery.
So how much does the event you're having this glizzy at affect the rating?
The glizzy I had at Creed is probably going to be in the top 5.
Like if you had a glizzy at your grandma's funeral, would it be kind of not as good as a glizzy at like Creed?
I think you're going to lose points, but I don't necessarily know if that's an eliminator, especially given the relationship I've got with my grandma.
That's another story for another day, I suppose.
Bang,
Here
bang.
comes Hangman Page.
Comes Hangman here.
And
comes
Swerve Strickland. And
Oh.
Prince Nana.
Rip, that's a cork. You can't have that. Thanks. Ooh, boy.
What's going on?
Rip was actually eating the cork that popped off, which apparently is not good for dogs.
Yeah, I would imagine that's not a great idea.
One might even say bad for dogs.
Okay, let's see if we recognize any of these security people. That's my favorite thing to do in shows now.
I was going to say, where are they at tonight?
They're in Omaha, Nebraska. Do we know anybody in Omaha, Nebraska?
I know that it was my least favorite Bruce Springsteen album.
It's a good Counting Crows song, though.
That being said, the Black Crowes, I was listening to earlier today, and I still somehow think they're underrated.
Yeah, they did some good work.
Some great work.
Boy, we have a lot of local security talent here.
It's like 7 of them.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I recognize any of these local security members.
I do love when like security guys bump perfectly. Pops me every time. See, look at how good the security guy. Oh, yeah, I'm 10 seconds ahead of you.
Why
the double
is
chain clothesline? Look at these guys.
Why is the security guy wearing a toque? No fucking chance that would ever happen.
Maybe it's chilly out there in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah, I don't care. Brother is wearing a toque as a security guard. Like, enjoy your single booking.
Ben Oman says, why the F they got to bump the extras? That's what extras are for.
I just think, like, how do extras know how to bump?
I can't answer that question. I don't want to destroy the magic for you. What's going on, Ben? What are you doing for New Year's Eve tonight, Ben? I figured you'd have a gig or a date or a party or a bag of the kush, as the kids like to say. Oh, you got like a champagne flute going on over there and everything.
Oh, yeah. I picked myself up. Literally, the brand was Giggle Water. And I bought it because I giggled when I saw it.
What did you pay for that? Because we have champagne for later ourselves.
Brother, it costs 3 figures, including the amount of cents paid, so it ain't good.
Yeah, we bought a $13 bottle of champagne for us tonight.
Oh, hey, big spender!
But it's actually the exact same kind of champagne that we had at the end of the 40-hour stream.
Oh, then we're gonna have to restart this stream at the end of it too, hey?
Oh, here comes Hawaiian John and the oops.
So I met Samoa Joe at the first pay-per-view I ever went to, like PLE, excuse me now. And I went to Too Sweetum because it was 2016 and I was and am a mark. But I went to Too Sweetum and he literally looked at me and he's like, I don't too sweet. And it's still the coolest thing I've ever been told.
How come I've never been told this story before until just now?
I'm usually a little more sober when I hop on.
Oh. Well, the Giggle Water is doing its thing, I guess.
The Giggle Water's doing the gimmick.
Is Hook eating a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos?
Yeah. Did Samoa Joe call them obstacles? That would be cool.
Popsicles, I think, is what he said.
You should have said the obstacles. Also, if Hook and / or AEW don't have a brand deal with Doritos, they need to go back to no name.
I'm mad at Doritos because they did a terrible thing to me. They did a run for 2 summers of all-dressed Doritos, and they were bomb.bomb, the greatest chip in the history of chips. And then they just stopped making them. They got me hooked like a crackhead, and then I can't get them anywhere.
You do that often, though, man. Like, that's why you just got to buy in, put some S to some V, become a salt and vinegar fan here, and just accept the fact that they're always going to be available and always going to be okay.
Oh, I don't dislike
now,
the
there
salt
are
and vinegar.
tiers. There are tiers to a salt and vinegar, don't get me wrong. But, like, it's like a chicken tender. If you have a bad chicken tender, that should eliminate every chance of you going to that restaurant again. If I have a bad salt and vinegar chip, I will never eat that brand again.
Now, like, if we're gonna do the salt and vinegar tier list, like I know what I like.
So tier A, or S tier, excuse me, S tier salt and vinegar chip is Miss Vicky's. Always.
So is S tier the good ones or the bad ones?
Yes, ST is the top. I'm not secretly British. I'm a dual citizen. I'm a citizen of Canada and the United Kingdom. So not secretly, actually.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And I agree. Salt and vinegar.
You ain't wrong on that. And I'm also I'm like an NFL team, brother. You got to have a bye week every once in a while. But yeah, so Miss Vicky's are the S tier.
Yeah, I agree.
My A tier
Lawrence, my
I would
brother. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Happy Merry whatever. Fuck. Happy New Year.
Happy
is what it is.
Chrysler.
Merry Christmas to you over in La Belle Province.
But then my A tier would be Miss Vicky, excuse me, Lay's salt and vinegar.
Okay.
I'll also, here's maybe a hot take, the Ruffles salt and vinegar that they make also are in my A tier. B tier would be anything Old Dutch. And then some of your F tier sort of stuff, because I don't think there's really a D tier. I think the D tier is when you get a less than optimal bag of anything. D tier are most bags of chips that you'll get at the checkout of, like, you know, when you go to Subway, even though it's Miss Vicky's, if you go to Subway, like the bags you get there. I have a belief that like Big Chip sends their best bags of chips to other purveyors, and then they give their shittier bags of chips as like a little token of appreciation. You know, like they're your little amuse-bouche to your Subway sandwich.
Pickle onion crisps. I know that's what British people call chips, is crisps. Pickle onion. I don't know how I feel about that. I'd give it a go, but
I would too. I'm not a big onion guy, but like as my palate develops as a 33-year-old man, I'm starting to like them more.
Now, malt vinegar chips, also a game changer.
Oh,
it's a little bit of a different field still.
Now, when you have fish and crisps, do you get malt vinegar or white vinegar with your fish and chips?
I can't eat fish.
Well, I didn't know you were on. They call him a pescatarian when all you can eat is fish, or all you want to eat is fish. You're an anti-pescatarian.
It's a gout thing. Believe me, I used to love fish, but
that's fair. But it's that would be the phrase, is a non-pescatarian.
And I would go with the malt vinegar, to be honest with you.
Fair. Good call.
All right, we got Mina Shirakawa and we have Tony Storm, and there was an orange in there. I don't know. Whenever you're on the stream with me, we don't watch the show, and I'm all good with it. Only malt vinegar with the fish and chips. Okay.
Thanks, Boris. And thank you, Boris, in the chat. Appreciate it. If you're here on YouTube for the first time, because admittedly, I only hop on here sporadically with old Triple B. Throw us a like, a subscription, a follow, a whatever your good heart gives you here on this New Year's Eve.
And if you're on the the Twitch, you can give us a follow. And if you're on the Tweeter machine with the old Between Two Beards folks, you can give them a follow. Follow us all. Just be a big follower.
Look at this. Oh, I can't even remember where I was going, because you're right, Boris. Malt vinegar is the only fish and chips sort of vinegar, in my opinion.
We have a mixed trios tornado tag. Yeah, it's warm as hell in this room. I got the window open and everything.
Boris, speaking for this time of year, generally, global warming is real. Climate change is real. Usually we're used to it being colder outside, so I'm in the same boat. My house is hot as hell, but like it's +3 here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, which for you Americans, double it, add 30, it's like roughly 38 degrees here, which is unseasonably warm for this shit. Brother, that's exactly at 40 metric tons of back bacon.
That's metric. That's 40 metric beers. Double it.
Oh, you get me.
See? I do.
I pulled it off on Christmas too. I asked my dad what the 12 days of Christmas were, and he's the one who showed me the Bob and Doug 12 days of Christmas. And I laughed so hard as he tried to figure it out. And then eventually I was like, and then there are 3 that I believe are the mystery days.
Before I sold all of my my vinyl collection because I was poor, I had that album on vinyl and it was magical.
Oh, jealous. My dad's probably got a couple thousand records kicking around.
Here comes Tony Storm for the final time.
What I feel would have been a nice touch for this is all black and white. But do you remember like early in the days of Timeless Tony Storm where they still had the red for like the lips and that sort of stuff?
Yes.
They should have had Orange Cassidy's jacket in orange.
Oh, okay. I'm on board with that.
That would have been a nice little production touch. And
-20 with the windshield. Unreasonably cold.
Opinion.
What are you doing tonight for New Year's there, Lawrence? Are you partying it up, or are you just going to drink some giggle water and watch Degrassi Junior High with me at midnight?
Bor, I will not hop on because it's your first stream there with
I don't know how to have people hop on with the software I'm using, so it's not even an option anyway. But I was asking Lawrence what he's doing.
Yeah, I was gonna hop on with you and Miranda, but I'll probably be hopping in the chat there to watch.
That's fair. So you're just hanging out at home tonight then, Spencer, with you and the Ripper?
Yeah, I'm not a big New Year's guy, man.
Yeah,
like,
I never have been.
Even just like over the last couple of years, I've very much become an old man. Like I'm usually at my computer by like 6:37. I'm in bed by 10 most nights. So like, I don't know. What am I going to do? Fucking sit here for another 2 hours so I can watch Dick Clark and not care? Dick Clark still doing anything?
Dick Clark died years ago.
Well, now I feel like a real Clark, but
do you know who does it now in his place? I think it's still called Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, but you know who does it now? Who hosts it?
Probably fucking Seacrest, isn't it?
It's exactly Seacrest. exactly. It is.
Oh man. So take off all your clothes.
I might have to take a layer off here.
20 likes for Tarps Up. Not off, but up. At least we'll take them.
Are you surprised that AEW is coming back here and running the big building again and not running where TNA did? I'm a little bit surprised.
I am always of the belief that you should run a venue that you can put a sold out sign on. I'm not surprised because, like, you know what, even just speaking as a promoter, albeit obviously not at that level, but like if a venue gives you a good deal, man,
Fair.
you go with a good deal. So like, I don't know what Rogers does. That being said, join us on Sunday, January 25th for the first wrestling show at Rogers Place this year. But I'm not,
what you did there.
Thank you. I'm not surprised, but I do think even just tuning in and seeing smaller venues that AEW are running and seeing how good they look, like their shows at the 2300 Arena looked fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
those things were packed, right? So my long answer is no, I'm not surprised. Do I wish they would have gone with the Expo Center or somewhere like that? Personally speaking, yeah, I just think that more intimate vibe kills.
They would have had to turn some people away, I think, but I think the vibe, because like the vibe on Friday night for TNA, like the pay-per-view or whatever, was way more than I thought. I didn't think people would be that
until the finish of Leon Slater and fucking Javon Evans, but that's fine.
Anyway, I didn't think people would be as familiar with the product as they were, and the place was jumping. So I think for AEW it would be even more jumping, and I think it would be a really good vibe. But I mean, maybe they'll surprise us. Because were you at the last time they were here?
I have been every time that All Elite's been here.
I'm trying to think of how many. What would you figure were in Rogers? It couldn't have been 10. Maybe
for the second
8?
time? For the second time?
Last year or 2 years
brother,
ago?
I bet you it's less than that, to be honest with you.
Like 5?
Right around there, I would think.
Yeah, because like the whole top was off. And the whole side was blocked, so it was just the opposite hard camera side, and maybe about 5 or 6. What if there's a way to find that
out? To be honest, like if you trust Cage Match, you can probably take attendance there. WrestleTix also does a great job, and then Brandon Thurston and the guys there at Post Wrestling do an unbelievable job as well too, as far as covering attendance. So
if you trust Cage Match, I'm Boris the Bruiser.
I still don't have a Cage Match page or a fucking Titantron for my own promotion, so we'll call her even.
You've never been introduced, though, have you?
No. And even the only time I've ever... When I find an announcer as good as me, we'll talk.
Whoa! Stephen Crow posted, what was your shittiest bump you took of the year on the X today, like to other workers, and he posted his Spanish fly with T.Y. Jackson off the top to the floor in Calgary. I was going to reply with a video of me climbing over the top rope as the hardest bump I took this year, but I thought, no, that would be disrespectful.
I'll be honest, I actually, so Stephen posted that a couple of days ago as well, too, on Instagram, if I remember right. And so given that, and then huge shout out as well here, huge shout out to High On, who made her Canadian debut with Love Pro Wrestling in March. So I went back and I watched that Calgary show, and man, what a fun time. That is such a highlight of 2025 for me.
I agree.
That was such a blast getting down there. Like, I'm sure you can even give more names than I'm about to give, but like getting the opportunity to have a show where Duke Durango was there and Aiden Adams was there and a lot of people that like, again, really inspired my own. I've never been shy about kissing the PWA's ass, man. Like I love you guys. You inspired what I do. And so to have Duke there for his first Love Pro Wrestling show, if I remember right, that was his first indie show he's been to since he retired.
I think
you know
you're
how
right.
Fucking
actually.
cool that is, man. Like, yeah.
And even have an APOC like wrestle in our ring, you know, I mean, that was badass.
What a wonderful human. Yeah, like between that and, you know, I've never made any bones. Like I didn't grow up a WWE fan, WCW fan, fucking TNA, whatever. I grew up as an indie fan here in Alberta and specifically, frankly, a PWA fan for the first decade of my love of it. And like the fact that we've had so many people I grew up loving watching wrestling and are the reasons that I grew up loving watching wrestling, whether they're working for Love Pro now or, you know, like Rachel Ellering, Giselle Shaw, Randy Myers, Casey Spinelli, fucking APOC, like you were saying, all of those people hadn't wrestled here in years, if not decades, and they all chose to come back as part of Love Pro. Unreal, man. What a cool
And that
show.
Calgary show matches are available right now on our Love Pro Wrestling YouTube channel.
Right here, right now. Well, not right now. Give us a couple hours, hour and a half if you can.
Yeah. Let's finish this nonsense and you can go watch some good wrestling. I kid.
I'm currently watching a Pepto-Bismol commercial.
A Pepto-Bismol commercial. You're going to get a travel booking commercial coming up, and then you'll get
like Exotica?
Yes, exactly. And then you'll get a Little Caesars pizza commercial.
Just remember, you guys.
Man, pizza always looks better on TV, and then you get it, and it's like, this does not look like it looked on TV. The cheese is not pulling apart.
I agree. I am still going through like Thanksgiving leftovers or Christmas, leftovers.
I want to throw that stuff out, dude.
I'll be right back.
That's what that smell is.
I'll be honest, dude. I should start to make for you and Mel. So I've become a big soup guy.
She hates Mel. Don't call her Mel. For real. Full shoot. Hates it.
Mal? No, I'm kidding.
She'd rather you call her Miranda than that.
Fair.
Well,
then
is running a show tonight too. Anyway, sorry.
I should make some soup for you and Melissa next time I make a good soup.
Fucking love soup.
I make a real good soup. So I had turkey soup before I hopped on. That's where that story was going. Anyways, everybody's beating the shit out of Roderick Strong.
Including his own wife.
Including his wife.
Which got a nice pop at the pay-per-view when they came face to face.
Oh, I loved it. I remember somebody posted as well too. Like, is this the first time they've ever met on pay-per-view, or like a husband and wife have ever met on pay-per-view? I do believe it was, but somebody else posted I think it was a GCW match. It was John Morrison versus Taya Valkyrie.
I was just like a dirty.
Yeah, it was like a dirty dishes match or something. Dirty dishes hardcore
because I was actually like, as soon as you said that, that's what popped into my mind. It was 2 years ago, WrestleMania weekend, and it was on one of the might have been the WrestleCon Super Show, but like they were fighting over doing the dishes or something, and they had a good housekeeping match. One of the most like, and you know, WrestleMania weekend, there's like 100 shows with 10,000 matches. It was one of the most entertaining matches of the whole. Like, it stuck with me that whole weekend. How fun and just silly and kind of over the top fun that match was. The Triple B is back. Hey, that's me. I'm the Triple B. I'm back. They're dance fighting.
Quadruple B if you include the bruiser part.
Yes, that's fair. That's true.
If
she tried to swing Claudio, oh, come on. Should have let her try to do it.
You're a little ahead of me. I just got to the point where Tony is starting that.
Daniel Garcia. What a dick.
Look, I'll be honest with you here, Boris. I love me some Daniel Garcia.
Oh, yeah.
Adding Daniel Garcia to the Death Riders feels like some fucking NWO Wolfpack shit. Don't care. That dude. So I used to. Here's a fun one for you as well too. The first blog I wrote when I started expanding outside of like just pay-per-view previews and that sort of stuff, when I first started with Win Column, I did a column called Bad Decisions in Booking History.
Okay.
And if I was still doing that series, one of the worst booking decisions I think I've been alive for was when Daniel Garcia chose to say stuff it to Bryan Danielson and rejoined like the Jericho Appreciation Squad.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. I still viscerally remember watching that, and it's very rare. Like, I hate the phrase, but I'm very much like a let it play out sort of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching that and yelling, and I'm sure my ex broke up with me for a number of reasons, but also probably this one. I remember watching it and being like, what the fucking stupid shit is this? And I'm sure that was the moment where she's like, he cares way too much about this fucking exit plan. Let's go.
Yeah.
But
you got to find the right one, man.
That's exactly.
The evil Death Riders have defeated, even though Jon Moxley basically turned face at the pay-per-views, which confused the shit out of me.
Yep.
I guess we have to let it play out.
Yeah, I am starting to get to the point where like this whole Moxley thing is like, you're right. He basically turned babyface. I think it's silly that they've strung it out this long.
Yeah.
We'll also say Marina and Garcia and Claudio doing that whole big circling around and dancing. Love Pro did it first.
Okay, they need to go to commercial so I can change into something different.
Ooh, you got a wardrobe change on this one, brother?
Well, no, I'm just like sweating like a whore in church.
Oh, not a planned wardrobe change.
No, yeah, this is impromptu. Oh, Bandito and the Beast Mortos is coming up next.
That's gonna be
all right. We're going to commercial. We're gonna be right back. I'd have to go and handle some business, but stick around.
Sun's out.
It is that hot that I had to put on a tank top, which I don't even own, but I do own. And I've just realized by looking at myself that I am the whitest person in the history of the world.
No, brother, I think mayonnaise is spicy. Like, yeah, I am the whitest person on the planet. That being said, after the stream ends, you've got your suns out, guns out, or the buns out.
You got to find out at midnight or at 10 o'clock for the wait, hang on. The Degrassi Junior High Watchalong over at twitch.tv/the BB Very excited about that.
You and I both. I also am sorry to tear the curtain back here as we're live, as we're waiting for this show to start again. Dude, always self-promote yourself. I know when we were hopped on Saturday night,
the branding and the, that kind of thing.
Nah,
so I was raised.
As they say in this sport, get yourself over, brother.
Get your shit in. How's the giggle water coming along?
As Bon Jovi once said, we're halfway there.
You might not make it till 10.
You know what? I will, and I'm going to be happy to do it.
This Degrassi is not the Drake shit. It's the original, the OG, the 1987, back in the day. The Drake one is Degrassi, the next generation.
Way before he lost the beef to Kendrick.
I don't know much about hip hop, but that kind of break him because he's not really much of a thing anymore, is he?
Well,
is Drake still over?
There are very few Leaf fans that I like, and a big shout out to Jack Pride, because he's one of them. So I don't often pay attention to people who are avowed Leafs supporters.
Fair.
And I also, as someone who is unable to order merchandise from any American-based purveyors, don't like the fact that Drake was like, hey, I'm from Toronto, WWE shop. Here we go. Here's our collaboration. Pay me $70 in shipping.
Dude, so he has that OVO brand, right?
Yep.
That's his clothing brand. I'm going to see if I can find this, actually. Talk amongst yourselves just for 1 second.
We will talk amongst ourselves. For what it's worth, Boris in the chat, if there's a better way I can differentiate, please let me know as well, too.
Fucking love Saved by the Bell, by the way. That's
what I was just going to say. Like, great TV. For what it is worth, you did get the better show as far as it's worth. The original Degrassi, I'm very excited to tune in with Boris and Melissa because, like, I'll be honest, wasn't a huge fan of the show when I was watching it, but hanging out with friends and watching that show, very different story. But Saved by the Bell, fucking far and above. Degrassi, The Next Generation, did not have Vader in it, and Saved by the Bell did have Vader in it, so easy choice. That is rad.
I know. I saw this on the Flames merchandising gimmick that advertises on my Facebook a lot. I'm like, my God, that jacket's sick. Guess how much that jacket?
How much the jacket costs, or like
how much, not even shipping, just to purchase that jacket. Guess how much it costs?
$220.
$900. That jacket is $899. $899.99 before shipping.
If the Edmonton Oilers ever advertised towards me and tried to charge me $900 for it, I'd be a fucking Jets fan tomorrow.
Yeah. $900. And that jacket, don't get me wrong, I was like, that jacket's sick.
Oh, it's
but
sick.
I was like, not $900 worth of sick.
They literally, as part of that Facebook post, it should say, do you have fuck you money?
Like, I could get you a kid for that.
Some of the best advice I've ever gotten as a guy who works in sales is like, it's only crazy if people won't pay it.
Yeah.
That being said, you also can't be upset when people say, fuck no, I won't pay it.
Yeah. My God, I'm white. Holy crap. This is embarrassing.
I hate to break it to you, Boris, but you are white.
No, but like, okay, pale. I am pale. A whiter shade of pale. Have
you ever watched have you watched Role Models? You white Ben Affleck. If you haven't watched Role Models, I actually think you would really love it.
I think I would.
It's like one of those crude mid-2000s movies, but also holds up okay. Like,
if I remember correctly,
recently, and I could not watch that again. Role Models actually still held up.
Because I was a big Superbad fan, and if I remember correctly, Role Models was the next movie that the McLovin dude was in after Superbad.
Yeah,
so it was on my list to see, and I think it's streaming somewhere. I should check that out.
And if you can't find it streaming elsewhere, Spencer has some very legal services that I can send you a link to.
Sheamus is darker than me. God damn. And a little bit more muscle. It's
Just
the
a little
same
bit.
thing. Lobster head. All right.
No more line, too many limes.
Bandito was like bullfighting the Beast Mortos. That was a fabulous little piece of business there.
Unbelievably cool.
Always stomping on the cape. I think Mortos and Mercedes Moné are some sort of item.
They are.
I wish them nothing but success and love in their future endeavors. Mortos is awesome, by the way.
This would
I
have
wonder
been
why he had to change his name, though.
So
Maybe something with
I don't
AAA.
know why, but you want some fun little dirt, Boris?
I love dirt.
I'll give you all of it as I do. It must have been in the transition period between him working with TNA and signing with All Elite. But I reached out to him and asked to book him.
Oh, really? Okay. And?
Oh, yeah. How many times has he worked for me? It's either I got an explicit no or I got a oh boy, that email went somewhere.
Yeah.
But it was literally like so to be again quite open with it, like Megan Bain was the same thing.
Oh, yeah?
Like in between the time that she left working for the independent promotions that she was working with, between that and signing with AEW, I'd reached out. She was supposed to work somewhere in Canada, but
Stop it.
I know that's my one.
You can't help yourself, can you? I think I hear Mrs. Boris. Do I hear Mrs. Boris? I thought I did. Maybe I don't. I tweeted this earlier today. Were you a magazine person? Not necessarily wrestling magazines, but just magazines in general. I miss magazines.
Boris, yes. So some Spencer lore, if you're okay with it. So when I was growing up, we had it was about a 10-minute bike ride away to the closest like gas station that we had by us. So every Saturday, my brothers and I, we all got our allowance on Fridays. But every Saturday, we would go down to our local gas station, get a Slurpee, and sit there and read a magazine that we were going to potentially purchase. And if we liked it, then we would buy that one. And if not, we would buy another Slurpee and read the next magazine to find out if we wanted to buy it. Because I was a big so Sports Illustrated Kids, big Buzz Beamer guy.
Okay.
Not necessarily a magazine, but I read a lot of Archie comics growing up.
Okay. I love me some Archie.
Yeah, so it was between those two, or like the hockey news, or just like some of that generic sort of stuff. But yeah, Sports Illustrated Kids and Archie comics were like the two that we would spend our time and be like, I don't need this yet.
Because when I was in high school, I was a religious purchaser of Spin and Rolling Stone. For that was like music internet before there was actual internet.
Boris,
and, of course, wrestling magazines rule too.
See, I've only recently started like purchasing physical copies of PWI. I've been an online subscriber for the last few years, but like when the 500 comes out and fucking Zoe's on there and Taryn's on there and Mars,
I want my name in that fucking magazine so bad because I read that magazine in 1986.
It is. I'm certain it is because I've sent you fucking clips of where huge shout out to Pat LaPrade, by the way. Pat has covered us like fairly often. So I've sent you like the little like snippets where we've got Love Pro coverage.
Yeah, but I want my name in that magazine. Because I read that magazine in 1986 when you were just a gleam in your father's eye. And
brother,
like
I wasn't even a gleam. Like speaking to just basic biology, I wasn't a gleam until 91.
I would actually frame that and I would put it on the wall behind me if my name was ever in the magazine. Because I would be a big thing that like 9-year-old Boris would think was the coolest shit ever.
But yeah, so like that's when I've started purchasing. Because like again, to be honest with you, man, like I make no bones about it. They would likely be there without Love Pro Wrestling, but like having a part of a Love Pro Wrestling article or like this championship was defended against these people by Mars, by Zoe, by Michael, like whomever it may be. That's the sort of stuff that's real cool for me.
And I think that you're going to see in the next few years a lot. I mean, you're seeing it now, but people recollecting and rediscovering physical media, I think, is going to be a big, big thing in the next few years because you're realizing now, like, you don't own anything.
Boris, do you want a fun little shoot as well, too? So, Darcy and I, we've been watching Peacemaker because she had never watched Peacemaker before. So we restarted season 1. We're moving on to season 2 here in the next couple of days. But
who the fuck is Darcy?
My girlfriend.
See, I never knew the name. You don't share.
Darcy, shut up.
I'm going to call her Diana now just as a joke. Anyway.
Honestly, I will pop so hard. I am very excited. We're going to build this gimmick. But so we've been watching Peacemaker. I know I've told you this before, but just as a little refresher, the reason that I play 7 o'clock by the Choir Boys at 7 o'clock to start our shows is because of Peacemaker. I heard that song and I thought, yeah, so I watched Peacemaker, and in the original run, that was the song that he played when he found the first butterfly. I don't know if you've watched Peacemaker, but yada, yada, yada. So a crucial turning point, he's literally listening to 7 o'clock by the London Choir Boys. And that's why I picked it. I was like, 7 o'clock? Our show time starts at 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock is time for a party. So that's why I picked the song.
That's my favorite song now.
It's unbelievable. I started rewatching, and because of licensing rights, they changed that song. And that's where I wish I had the physical media, because I shit you not, I sold it to Darcy on like, oh, you're going to love this part. And this, because you came to a Love Pro show, you'll understand why I like this so much. And I sat there like this the whole time.
Yeah. And I can tie this into something we were talking about earlier, because on the DVD release for Dawson's Creek, the I Don't Want to Wait song is not on the DVDs. It's a Jan Arden song because they couldn't get the rights for it. So if you watch the DVD version, and it's not nearly as good.
No. Because, like, what are you going to do if you don't want to wait for your life to be over?
I don't want to wait
for my lunch to get colder.
There's a match going on AEW Dynamite between two wrestlers in Omaha, Nebraska. Just putting that out there.
I'm sorry, you guys. I will fully admit, and sorry, Boris, as well. I should apologize to you too. I do recognize anytime I hop on here, it's basically the ABW stream, like the anything but wrestling.
Yeah, but like, yeah, when I became single and I was really hurting for money, trying to kind of restart my life over again, I sold almost everything I owned. I had 1,000 CDs sold, and I had 500 wrestling DVDs. I put them all onto hard drives, sold them, all my vinyl. I don't have any physical media at all anymore, which bums me out because I spent years acquiring and collecting those things. And now, you have subscription services, but it's not the same. And if you go on Amazon Prime now, 99% of the stuff you see when you log into Amazon Prime is them trying to sell you an upsell subscription to other things to watch. So you're going to see like all those like used CD and video stores that you see, and DVD stores you see in malls and flea markets and stuff. Those are going to get real, real popular because I think people are going to start to kind of reacquire their things to have those and own those.
Boris, this isn't by any means like a bet, but I would bet you. I bet you within 10 years, we see Blockbuster like actively try to revive.
It's a core memory for a lot of,
not like as a rental situation, but like I bet you there's going to be like a DVD store that buys the rights to Blockbuster or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
That's a core memory for a lot of people. Yeah.
I still remember going and like renting my first movie with my friends, like family and that sort of stuff we did before. But like, hey guys, like, do you want to come over on Friday night and we'll rent? It was the Family Guy movie, like the Stewie Griffin 2-parter.
Oh, really?
Yep. I still remember.
Holy shit.
Yep. Shout out to Ryan Franchuk and Curtis Fisher because they came over and hung out with me in like literally 6th or 7th grade.
Yeah.
Again, we'd rented movies before, but that was like, hey, I made my friends. Do you guys want to go and rent a movie for the night?
And you see those things, like I see all those memes, like it's 1986. Your two friends are having a sleepover. You just rented 2 Nintendo games and you ordered pizza. This is your life's not going to get any better than this. And like, I think about it now as like a 50-year-old guy, and I'm like, fuck, they're right.
No, I can see the perfect blue person sitting on that perfect pink planet. It's part of the same meme. CDs were a scam, but that's just like that's percentage sharing because like in the same way that CDs were, Spotify is a scam by the labels. Like they're all a complete scam. It's how can we make the most money? So here's actually something I learned. Basically 1,500 streams of an album. Like an album, not a single, not anything like that.
Yeah.
1,500 streams on Spotify will pay you the same that one CD sale used to get you.
Yeah.
And that's why the touring industry has become so hard. So like you talk about Taylor Swift and like how high ticket prices are and the Eras tour and how much money that generated. Touring is what is now the main moneymaker for sales, because when you used to have CDs as your primary sales, that's why more bands in the 70s, 80s, 90s used to be able to take more risks on albums. That's their primary, man. Like that's their fucking nut, for lack of a better way to put it. Yes, you can go outside. I'll see you in a second before I get back on my label rant.
Good. Keep that because I'm enjoying this conversation. We're in a commercial, which means, you're back. Okay. That was fast.
My door's right here. We're good to go. It's just rip scratches at it. And once I get to the point where it's like, you might break that, then you can go out. Everything. It's the same way you look at a lot of like, here's a weird comparison. There's no point right now in history for the mushy middle. You know, you're not going to find a good $3 to $4 to $5 million hockey player. You're either going to pay $10 million or the league minimum.
Yeah.
Right. So there's no mushy middle for these artists anymore. It's either you're breaking in or you have to make fucking trillions. Can't remember who it was. I think it was Sebastian Bach was even talking. He's like, you know what? You're doing great on the independent scene. You're doing your own tours. And then you get signed to a label and your competitor is Bruce fucking Springsteen.
Yeah. You think that this is, what's that song? What's that? Sell Out, the song. What's the fucking band that does Sell Out?
I'm not sure.
The song Sell. It's like a ska song. Frickin' who does Sell Out?
Boris, we're probably 2 of the 7 people in the world that know a good ska song.
But you know that song, right? Sell out with me tonight. Sell out. But like, you think you sell, you sign with a label and you're gonna you got to pay back your advance and all this kind of stuff. Like the whole game is rigged for everybody,
Everything's fucked. The rich get richer. My 2020. You want to hear something you're gonna laugh at?
Yes.
My 2026 goal is to be more vocal.
Oh Lord! Get ready for 9-hour shows, guys.
No. Well, actually, I don't know. So I think I told you this even last time you and I hung out. Like my goal this year are very different, but as it relates to our shows, I'm not going to curse while the cameras are like active for our live shows anymore. When I do my post-show bullshit and all that sort of stuff, you better believe I'm going to say fuck, shit, piss, and whatever I want. While cameras are rolling, nope.
What's a 360 deal? I don't know what a 360 deal is. So explain to me what that is. I don't know what that is. I was thinking too about how wrestling has changed too. Like WWF in the mid 80s, they, didn't make a whole lot of money off TV. It was all house shows. Now, like there's just a company like AEW who have never run. I mean, they've done 1 or 2, but like never run a house show because they make all the money off TV. Just the way the business has changed in that way too. TV, pay-per-view, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, and even then too, like you're alluding to there, Boris, like WWE makes more money off their TV deals than they do on PLEs for the most part. Right. So like, that's why you're seeing, and it's good and bad in some ways, but like, that's why you're seeing more marquee matches on regular weekly television. Rip, you're fucking fine, dude. It was probably a goddamn duck. Who gives a shit? But that's like, you're seeing more and more of that. Like they're nuts made on TV. So you're seeing 4 to 5 match pay-per-views. You're seeing more big matches.
A 360 deal means the label gets a cut of everything, including touring. I would assume that that's just standard everywhere. I don't know, as much about the music business as I would like to anymore.
And that's what I was going to say.
I used to be obsessed with it back in the day, but
I'm not certain. I would assume, like you say, Boris, that's a deal everywhere. But I really can't speak to that. I can't give you an educated answer. I can give you a good guess.
Just like the guys that sell like their publishing for like gazillions of dollars, and then they, like Paul McCartney doesn't own the Beatles music.
No, fucking Michael Jackson owns the Beatles music.
That's a good story, like a crazy story, but a good
Unreal story. You think wrestling is dramatic sometimes?
Yeah.
This is the guy who had someone call their dad on me.
Here comes Brody King. A 72 and 39. If that's not the definition of 50-50 booking, I don't know what it is.
Brody King.
Whoa.
So I have always really loved Brody King. I bet you he is going to hop into my top 5 here next year. He's already on that precipice. Number one, fun fact. Did you know Brody King has a cameo on one of my favorite shows, I Think You Should Leave?
I don't know that show or anything about it, but okay. Have you heard his band? Fucking hardcore.
God's Hate? Fuck yeah.
I like the punk rock, but like the extra hardcore stuff, like that's kind of out of my wheelhouse. But I mean, I wish them all the success in the world,
It's a weird way to put it. I like heavy shit like that when it's at its heaviest.
You lose me when it's all screaming. You can be as heavy as you want, but you got to do some singing.
Like, I don't like Attack, but I like God's Hate. You know what I mean?
Okay. I don't know Attack.
I knew you'd get me.
I do know that I'm going to see Bad Religion in the Offspring on January 30th, and it's a Friday night. So I'm gonna like party it up like it's 1987.
I was gonna say, let me know if I'm not going to that show. Let me know if you need a ride home, and if I am going to that show, I will split that Uber with you.
There you go. See, now we're cooking. Me and Mrs. Boris are gonna go and spend $90 on a T-shirt. And the venue gets a cut of the T-shirts. That's fucked up. Was it you and I that was talking about that?
Yep.
Still, to this day, that blows my mind.
There are venues in independent wrestling that I know that take cuts.
Oh, do you know what I learned about? Oh, I gotta find this. This blew my mind. Kaya McKenna,
who fucking rules,
does rule, in fact, was talking on X about fan sponsorships. I have a tweet here. If you're ever wrestling someone on a show and they say their fan sponsor wants to see X, Y, and Z in a match, is it fine to ask for your cut of the sponsor money? Because now we're essentially talking about a custom. And I was like, what the fuck is a fan sponsor match? And I guess they like help. What did she say? I can't find my reply, but apparently that's a thing. And it sounds really kind of creepy to me.
At that
unless
level,
I'm seeing it the way that it's not. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong or understanding.
No, I think the way, because I saw that thread, and actually the way that it was sort of described and the way Kaya described it, I would agree with wholeheartedly. Like if people are asking for specific things in a match, fuck yeah, you should ask for your cut. Now, here's a funny one for you, Boris, or I guess maybe some insight. Not to sound like a dick, but like we've done fan sponsorships with Love Pro before. So when we've done them, number one, if we advertise a fan sponsorship, the wrestler that we have sponsored automatically gets a 50% cut of the cash. And we have never said you've got input on stuff. It has always been, hey, this wrestler coming to you from Timbuktu, coming to you from Vancouver or Edmonton or whatever, entering the ring from Edmonton, Alberta, and is sponsored by blank. And that's it. And we split that cash with the wrestler. When Kaya gets into the point there that she had made of if a wrestler or if a fan sponsor starts asking for stuff, the answer is either no from the promoter, because that's fucking weird, or the wrestler themselves can do whatever that fan sponsor says, as long as the money is right and the wrestler gets 100% of it.
Yeah.
Because when we've had fan sponsorships before, it's been, hey, here's what you're getting. Wrestler's getting half of it. We keep the expenses for like the graphics we've got to do and all of that sort of stuff. And you've got no input on the match. I don't give a fuck if you want to see a superplex. If they don't want to do it, no.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before, and
So
it kind of
weird.
blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah, it's
We lost Spencer.
no, I'm sorry, I was closing the door there. I didn't think I needed to excuse myself given how close the door is anymore. No. Absolutely not. There should never be a time where, like, you know, for Love Pro, just speaking for us, when we sell a sponsorship, there is no specific wrestler advertisement, anything like that. Anything that we sell for inventory is either our socials or like ring sponsorships or announcements or stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you are ever, in my opinion, selling advertisements or selling sponsorship based strictly on someone else's name, it's at least a 50-50. At least. That's it.
It's
if I
the
ever sold a
fan
sponsorship
sponsor thing that I think is weird. Yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
and I'm not opposed when it's at the level that we're at, but like you say, if fucking, because if a fan, you know, when you say fan, you know, there have been wrestling fans that have paid, there have been sponsors who have paid, there have been stuff like that. Like the way I see it is like, if a fan says, "Hey, I would like to spend this much to promote my podcast," as part of their ring introduction or whatever, there, like that's sort of the same way that I see it. But like,
that's normal.
Yep. But at the end of the day,
I'm just seeing the creepy in this, which I probably isn't necessarily fair. But yeah.
No, I think it's in asking for like custom stuff. That's where it starts to get fucking creepy. If you want to support someone you already love and want them to come out and have a wrestling match that you want to have your brand included in, or to support the wrestler that is part of it, great. You ever say like, "Hey man, pin someone like Rhea Ripley, I'll come to your fucking state and kick your ass."
Yeah, that's kind of where my brain went, but maybe that again, that's not fair.
I completely agree with you there.
All right, here comes, I assume it's Continental Champion Jon Moxley against John Alexander of the Don Callis family in a match that is happening on Dynamite.
And here's again, like you say, Boris, like, okay, so I just saw, because the comment I was going to make was, who's the babyface? Well, it's very evidently Jon Moxley, part of the Death Riders, who are AEW's biggest heel faction.
Yeah, it all makes perfect sense.
Yep. Well, and there's time, like you've got to have the transition points, don't get me wrong, but I think some of them have to happen quicker in All Elite. Like that's Moxley wins the Continental Classic, like cuts a fucking great babyface promo. That's the thing. Mox is incredible as a babyface.
Mm-hmm. I hear fireworks or gunshots from my window. I'm going to assume it's fireworks.
I was going to say, please hope for one.
Yes.
I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Spencer will be back in like 30 seconds. But I am here to continue talking about AEW Dynamite. Yeah, I thought the pay-per-view was good. I felt bad for Jamie Hayter and Chris Statlander because I think they kind of lost the crowd. No fault of their own, but I thought the crowd was a little bit silent for that. But yeah, for the most part, I enjoyed the show. I mean, you start off with Okada and Takeshita as your opener. You know, everyone has to kind of follow that. But yeah, it was a good show. I'd like to see AEW. I know they won't just because of money, but I liked it when they did like quarterly pay-per-views.
I think if you don't want to lose the crowd, you probably shouldn't have 74 matches on a card.
Also true.
I do think, and it sort of ties back into our discussion earlier, Boris, like you could have put some of those matches, and not they're not deserving of being on a pay-per-view. Don't get me wrong on a lot of them, but like if you have a 7-match pay-per-view card and then you have insane main events for each of your 2 pieces of weekly television, ratings go up, you get paid more, especially in a volatile TV environment right now. Like, not that any of this Warner Brothers transfer is going to change regardless of where they end up going at the end of the day, but like eventually you're going to have to re-sign a contract. Do you want to make more money on it? Then fucking draw ratings.
Yeah, that tag title match, that could have been on TV. That didn't have to be a pay-per-view thing.
And again, it's a great build. I thoroughly enjoy the story that they were telling there, but like, have that main event on a Wednesday night on your flagship show and bring eyes to the flagship show. I don't know.
Call me crazy.
I don't think there's ever been a time where I've watched a 10 match pay-per-view, regardless of company, and ever thought to myself, boy, all 10 of these needed to be here.
Well, you should go back to like the early WWF pay-per-views in like the early mid 80s. So like WrestleMania 3, I think had like 12 matches on it or something. And I know Mania.
Most were bad.
Yeah, the one where Macho Man won the title, I think that was 4 in the tournament. And there's like a 65. I should actually do the math here. Bear with me again.
But I don't know.
WrestleMania 4.
No matter how good it is, you could have an exploding barbed wire in a pool death match surrounded by fire and fucking Macho Man is coming back from the grave for the thing. But if you're 15 matches into a show and you've been in the stadium for 7 hours, boy, is
WrestleMania 4 had 16 matches on it.
Yikes.
The shortest match was 2 minutes and 56 seconds. And the longest match was 12 minutes 33. No, longest match was 15 minutes. Sorry. Jake Roberts and Rick Rude in a time limit draw, which actually on paper sounds awesome.
I just think at that point, it's literally a point of time capacity. Like even
this was a different time. The whole world was different. You can't compare.
True. But speaking for now, and I'm sure people can read between the lines here, but I'm not going to name the 3 letters because I feel like I'm burying people here. But like you and I went to a pair of wrestling shows in September, and by the end of both of them, it was okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's 5, 6. 5, 6 hours in. Like that's too long to do any activity. I don't ever want to go to a Super Bowl, number one, because football is the most scripted fucking sport on the planet. But number 2, I don't want to spend 6 hours somewhere. Fuck that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Mania 30, was it 34? I think it was the second New Orleans one that I went to. That was a long friggin' night. The Ring of Honor show that weekend was 6 friggin' hours.
Yeah, and like the few WrestleManias I've been to, thankfully, have all been in the era where it's 2 nights. Like I can do 15 hours total. I can do 12 hours total. Split them and give me an hour pay-per-view or an hour pre-show for each, so I can choose to go. Like it's such a tough sell in this day and age to be like, hey guys, need your attention for 10 hours. Anywhere. That is not promotion specific.
3. I want to see if WrestleMania 3. Oh no, WrestleMania 3 only had 12 matches. The shortest match was 3 minutes 25 seconds, and the longest match was 14 minutes and 35 seconds of brilliance from Ricky Steamboat and Randy Savage. Wild Rose Sports at the Pavilion 2022 was 5 hours? Good God. What did they do for 5 hours?
How was the main event?
You said you'd behave, Spencer. What was the main event?
I won't tell you what the main event was, but lots of love. I can tell you it fucking sucked.
Can you put it in the private chat so I can see it?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, you know what?
Oh, okay. Never mind. Ben dropped the hammer on that one.
It's true, Bees. I watched that. I watched that show driving. Excuse me, as I said. It was a bad time. Like it was a bad time because it is like even for Love Pro, and you know this. So, hello world. Here's some promotional insight on my own personal opinion. Love Pro tries to run with a 3-hour limit. when we do our rec room shows. Now, when we did stuff like with West Ed, it ran longer because they wanted an intermission. Or when we did Calgary, same thing. Deerfoot wanted an intermission. But like, we try and run 3 hours with an intermission, fucking hard cutoff.
Now, we're pretty snug on it for the most part, give or take, you know?
I can guarantee, and especially huge shout out, Judge Ben, to you. Since Ben, like, he's been taking times for segments, my own speaking time, all of that. Like, we want to. It's be professional, make sure your fans are engaged the whole time. You know, speaking for our own venues, give our fans the opportunity to go out and throw some axes or go bowling or grab a drink at the bar. Like, that's, again, a little bit more venue specific stuff. But like, would you rather have 3 hours where people want to come back and want more? Or do you want to sit there and be like, hey, fuck, this was 17 hours of time you're never going to get back, and the only 17 hours we'll ever spend with you?
It's funny, that tech area, like up where I am now, that tech area, it's like a tower at an airport. There's shit going on up there. There's guys on the headsets, the speakers going 4 minutes gone, 4 minutes gone on the 10. The sound guys are doing stuff, and the camera switcher guys doing stuff. There's shit's going on up there. There's a crew up there that are handling business.
Brother, and as the most technologically dumb person, and I mean that in the best of ways.
Well, I don't know how none of it works.
Yeah, I am the dumbest person when it comes to that sort of stuff. And it's why, you know, you've seen me run around when something's not working at some point. That's why I'm running around stressed. But like, man, shout out to Ben, shout out to Dustin, fucking Mike C, Ken, Mike B, D, all of the folks who help us out there on the production end of things, man. Like, they've got a talent I will never have. And I am fucking, we are so lucky that we've got them. Like you say, it's a control tower. And in between every match, I'm sure you've noticed, I run up and I'm like, all good? Yep. Fuck, I hope so. Back down.
Yeah, I was convinced for the longest time that Mike Carroll hated me because anytime shit didn't work, I'd be like, Mike, it doesn't work. But he's a great guy.
Mike, I said this actually. So Grainmaker, him and I did a podcast there a couple of weeks ago that if it didn't come out today, will come out in the next couple of days. Man, we've got so many fucking, not secret, but like so many like unsung heroes with Love Pro. Like, Mike usually is at the rec room a couple hours before we show up for Ring Crew. And he's usually there a couple of hours after we leave from doing Ring Crew.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he fucking rules, dude.
This match, I'm sure, is really good. Couldn't tell you. I haven't watched a lick of it, but...
You know what?
Josh Alexander's now on the middle rope. Oh, on the top rope.
If I'm giving people $60 a month, I will care about great match quality then. If I'm watching your weekly TV for free, give me a reason to care. What's the reason to care here?
It's Jon Moxley's first defense of the Continental Championship. God damn it.
Who fucking
or the
knows?
International champ, one of the championships.
That's exactly.
Josh Alexander's.
I love these guys, man. I only ever
like
critique. Yeah, but he hits it. I say this with all my compliments, man. Like, I love pro wrestling, and I think that everybody on fucking TV has a level of talent that's at least great, and if not great, then fucking eclipses that, right? Like, you can't say these guys aren't both incredible at what they do. Why should I care about this match? Graphic got sent out yesterday, dude. Are you kidding? Like, and I would say that for any promotion. My critiques are applied equally.
Fair enough.
Well, fuck, if they watch our shows and say, I'd give you this, this, and this for feedback, I'm not going to say you dicks. It's fuck. Thank you.
You didn't tell off Gabe Sapolsky?
You know what, Boris? I did not.
Probably a wise choice.
I certainly through none of my own work, but I feel still so privileged that someone like that got the opportunity to see a Love Pro Wrestling show.
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to be there. I thought that he was doing the thing, and then he was heading out. I didn't find out, I think, till the day of that he was going to be there. I said hi to him super, super quick. I wanted to go actually and ask him for, commentator advice, but I never got a chance to. But the fact that he was there was cool. Hopefully we put on a good showing.
Yeah. I know we put on a great show, and to have that reinforced, because like I can't say much, but I will say what I can say. To have the opportunity, like I stood with him for probably the last 3-4 eliminations for the
Okay.
Rumble match there. And even just getting the opportunity to sit and chat and be like, hey, what do you think? How'd you enjoy this? That sort of stuff. Like, didn't ask for anything in depth, but to get that opportunity. And then, while I was announcing the entrance, to look up and see him just genuinely seeming to enjoy himself meant the world. You and I have had this conversation, dude, probably 50 times over our last few years. We have the most talented province in the country, and we have the
there's
most
a
talented
lot of
country
business
on the
going on
planet,
here.
in my opinion. And to have someone at that level just even enjoy it, and be tuned in for the full thing and give some very, very kind feedback, means a whole hell of a lot. So.
You can't use the ring post like that. That's cheating.
Yeah, well, fucking this exact referee saw someone stabbed with a screwdriver 3 days ago and did fuck all, so.
I don't think he was supposed to see it.
Yeah, I don't either, but he did. You know what? I don't think that Thea Hale was supposed to pin Blake Monroe, but you know what the referee did? His job.
Yeah. Somebody at work asked me about that, and I was like, I don't watch it. You'll have to show me the clip. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's the thing that happened.
Yep. And full kudos. I don't remember the referee's name, but like,
you got to do what you got to do, man.
That's
what
how
Ben
you do
would
it.
say if he was here with us today.
Like, that's just you. If you see someone stabbed, you probably should call it at that point. Like, he's looking right at him. There's not even a way you could be like, oh, my vision was obscured.
Maybe the sun was in his eye or a bug flew in his mouth.
Sorry, Paul Turner. Just not good. It sucked. It was so bad. I, for one, am shocked that Josh Alexander is going to lose in an AEW ring.
I don't know if you know this, but it's happened before.
Well, I'm out of here.
Jon Moxley has successfully defended his Intercontinental Championship.
Rep, please stop. Hey.
In a series of gutsy performance. Yeah, I don't think that he should have won that tournament. He didn't need that shit.
Takeshita or Fletcher?
I agree, because Okada didn't need the shit again. Arguably, I don't think Takeshita needed it either.
You know what? The reason I think Takeshita should have won it. When are you ever going to have another, like, talk about history? When are you going to ever have the chance to have a G1 and a C2 winner in the same year?
Fair.
And that's like when you look at wrestling stuff, like Gunther retiring Cena. That's some stuff that at the end of the day, when you retire, when you were inducted to a Hall of Fame, that's one of the first lines they put in your fucking resume.
All right, I'm going to fucking argue this again, and I'm going to be that guy.
Argue away.
Annoys the fuck out of me. Annoys the shit out of me to no end. Gunther did not retire Cena. Cena was retiring win, lose, or draw. Just like people say that Baron Corbin retired Kurt Angle. No, that was Kurt Angle's last match, regardless, win, lose, or draw. He didn't retire anybody. Gunther did not retire Cena. And I'm sorry, I'm an a-hole for saying that, but it's not true.
No, I think that's a good, like, that's a good point. I think it is. That being said, so my flip side, as the few retirements I've watched over the last few years, take Angle out of it, to be quite honest with you. Sting wins. Undertaker wins.
Yeah.
all of these traditionalists, and this ain't meant as a shot, just my own experience with it. All of these people who have talked about protect the business, go out on your back, all of that sort of stuff. They didn't. So I frankly half expected that it was going to be like Cena goes over and then either big old beatdown or something like that at the end of the night. So
I wouldn't have been shocked either way.
Yeah, but you are right in that sense. He didn't retire Cena. We knew it was going to be Cena's last match, but Gunther certainly put over.
Oh, yeah. I don't dispute that at all.
And not put over, like got over. Yeah.
He benefited from
you make a good point. I hadn't thought of that, Boris, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that is a bone in like back in the day when Shawn beat Flair at WrestleMania, whatever fucking Wrestle 24 or whatever that was.
Yep.
Shawn, we came back and wrestled again, but Shawn retired Flair because the story was the next time Flair lost, he was done.
Which one came back and wrestled again?
Sadly, both of them. I believe that Cena will too. I believe
Shawn is the only reason that I think Cena will. If you want my honest answer, Shawn Michaels was the guy that I looked at and I'm like, a retirement can stick.
Yeah,
that being said, if someone looked at me right now, I've never wrestled a day in my life, obviously, Boris. Someone for some reason looked at me and was like, we'll give you a fucking 7 figures to hop in there. Brother, I am getting pile driven like no one's business.
Yeah, well, we're going to see Cena in Saudi Arabia in the next 5 years. That's my prediction.
So, Boris, you want my hot prediction with that?
I would love your hot prediction.
I bet you we would see Cena in AEW before we saw him in Saudi Arabia.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. Why is that?
Because I think that Cena still has people off of the quote-unquote bucket list that he could go out there and wrestle and have a same level of like retirement tour, quote-unquote. You think that Cena wouldn't be able to bring back Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson for one more as one of his respected opponents? The same way that he brought back Brock Lesnar. Very different circumstances, obviously.
Very different. Yes, very, very
I will fucking stress that.
Thank you for the caveat.
Yep, that is needed, and Bryan Danielson deserves my respect for that one. Do you think that he wouldn't want to wrestle fucking Edge one more time? Like that's the only way I look at it. That being said, I would err towards that have been Cena's last match.
I would prefer it that way, but what do I know?
Yep. But I would bet that he goes to AEW before he returns to WWE.
Interesting.
And then he'd hop on a podcast and he'd give a non-answer of like, what if I stayed retired?
I wonder, and this is a dumb question, I wonder if he owns his name. Like, I know it's his name,
he doesn't.
But there's licensing.
Every movie, like Hollywood film that John Cena does, he pays a residual to WWE because he uses his real name.
That's fucked up, hey?
Yeah, that's from a guy who says he still loves Vince McMahon, so...
Also fucked up.
I love John Cena like no one's business. I, in a lot of ways, idolize him, and I look up to him in a lot of ways. The ways I don't, brother, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, just answer a question, dude.
Yeah. Here comes the Jurassic Express. I miss Taz singing this song. It's my favorite part of every episode of Botchamania.
Was it did you hear Booker T yesterday singing Joe Hendry's theme song?
I heard about it, but I haven't heard it. Is it awesome?
It's almost as good as when he commentated his own run-in.
This is for the international title. So who the hell's the international champion? I forget.
Throw a dart at the board, brother.
Is this the one that Okada has?
I think it's Okada. I will say, I might not like how Jack Perry has been booked over a while. He might be the coolest person on the planet. Have you watched his videos on Instagram of like him making his own knives?
No.
Yeah, like he literally like melts down. I don't even know what the process is called for, but like,
oh, this is the fucking Ricochet title. Good God, why do we have so much of this nonsense?
Rick O'Shea, my favorite Irish wrestler.
I'm whiter than Rick O'Shea.
The national wrestling champion.
That looks like the old NWA television title, which I think there was some sort of potential lawsuits about that.
Yeah, but then only Brian Idol said anything, which fuck Brian Idol. What a fucking maroon that guy is.
Who's Brian Idol?
That's what everybody has said.
No, for real. I don't spend a lot of time dealing with nonsense, apparently.
Yeah, he apparently wrestles for the NWA, but, you know.
And he had something to say about the national title?
Not only that, but then he decided to, like, continue to run his mouth. Which, Boris, as a guy who has ran his mouth, if I'm saying shut the fuck up, you probably should.
Yeah, that must be pretty bad.
Give me about 30 seconds here. I got to charge my computer. I just got the low battery warning here.
Uh-oh.
No, I got to plug in. We're good.
Apparently everything's going to be okay, so fear not. Oh, I got the hiccups. Fear not, as Spencer Love shall return, as there's the bell, and we are underway with our next match for whatever title this is between Jungle Jack Perry and Ricochet, who I've quite enjoyed his heel work since his debut here in All Elite Wrestling. Wonder if they're taping Collision tonight as well, or if they're doing a live Collision on Saturday. So many questions, no answers. So that's Bishop, Don Juan, and the Wrath of Khan, or the guys on the outside. I always forget their names. I think they work on Ring of Honor a lot. I wonder if that show's gotten any better. I watched the first year of it just out of habit because the Ring of Honor name had equity for me. But I realized I was watching more out of habit than actually enjoyment, so I stopped watching it. I do check out the pay-per-views, but I wonder if the weekly show has gotten any better or if it's still kind of eh. Also, Wrestle Kingdom is this weekend. I'm trying to figure out time zones to see if it's on a night where I don't have to go to work. I used to love staying up till like 3 a.m. and watching Wrestle Kingdom. Super fun. Had some solid Wrestle Kingdom parties too. Good times. Good memories. Handful of hair from Ricochet. Ha ha ha. So it's a half hour. No, wait, that's not right. I was going to say it's a half hour to midnight Eastern, but that is not correct at all. Spencer disappeared. He had a good run, though, you know? It's all good with me. Oh, wait, he's back.
By God, where'd he go?
I was worried for a minute there.
Yeah, I don't know what I unplugged, but I unplugged something and had some technical times to deal with. Boris.
Apparently no one watches ROH Weekly, is what I'm being told. So
no, I'll be... No one does. How excited are you to become the first three-time commentator at Rogers Place for a wrestling show?
Super excited, actually. Those are always super, super fun shows. Super fun days. And yeah, that's coming up, what, the 25th, 23rd?
25th, but you officially, because we're going to be tied after the last shows that they ran here last year. But you'll eclipse. You will be the person who has commentated the most shows at Rogers Place as of January again.
As well, I should be. I should get a Guinness World Record big form that I can hang on my wall.
You want to
those
hear
are
a
always
fun
fun days.
fact? So Guinness World Records, because I know a couple of people who have attempted to bring in the Guinness folks for like official recognition. It costs about $16,000 just to have their representatives fly out and like confirm that the record is being hit.
Really?
Yep. So that's why,
Yeah.
like with Evil Uno, that 24-hour wrestling match is the record, but it will never be in the Guinness Book of World Records because they didn't pay that fee. Same thing like
That's
Michael.
wild.
Michael wasn't in there because he didn't pay,
Yeah.
obviously, rightfully so,
Yeah.
$16,000 to fly those people out.
Now we have one match announced for that event so far, do we not?
You want a second, Boris?
Do we
want an
want it? Well, let's
exclusive?
talk about the first one first.
Okay.
Because it's the short kings go to war, do they not?
They do. And I can't tell you, to be honest with you, how happy I was when fucking Reed Matthews answered the call for the Oil Kings Cup. Reed and Mars have gone to battle a couple of times. Like, again, the main event of Calgary, it was a 4-way match, but I don't remember the last time that they went one-on-one. I don't want to put over the promotion that happened in the last time they did. What I can tell you is that this is going to be the first true singles match the Short Kings have had in a few years. Because, like, the only time they've had a one-on-one with Love Pro was the Document on a Pole match at CWS 3, if you remember that.
Mm-hmm.
They've never had, like, a traditional singles for Love Pro. And
Pardon me.
I'll be
And
honest
those guys
with you, man,
always bring it.
I sent them both about 10 minutes before the match graphic came out. Give them a chance. But I sent it out and I just said, have fun, guys. And the answer from both of them was, oh, fuck yeah, we will. So
Awesome.
I'm really excited going into that, especially like, dude, 2 nights before they're teaming together in a triple threat against Paralier and the Mad Lads. Like, it's going to be a real quick.
I mean,
and
they could
wild-ass
potentially
turnaround.
be tag team champions going against each other.
Rip. Yeah. I'm real excited. Sorry. My dog doesn't deal with the cold well, but when he goes out in the snow, he licks his paws and he shouldn't. So I have to keep like reprimanding him for doing it a few times. So that's when I'm muting. But anyways, like they could potentially be Love Pro tag champs going one-on-one in the main event in front of 8,000 plus people at Rogers Place.
So you said, oh, I shouldn't be yawning at 7:30 when I have a 10 o'clock stream. Anyway,
It's okay. The
you
yawn
said-
delayed me because I am trying to upload. I've got the match graphic here. If you can give me a couple of quick seconds here to
you do, boo.
oh.
In the meantime, we'll talk about
Give
Jungle
me
Jack
fucking
Perry and
cavities.
Ricochet.
You're so sweet.
Jack Perry's got great hair too. I'm jealous of it. I had hair
Second
once.
best hair on this stream.
I love a good Northern Lights suplex.
Let's wait until after this match. I've got the graphic ready when we need her.
Okay, I won't cheat and look at it. Then I'll wait. I also
I'm gonna
have to use
screen
a
share
little-
because I don't have the 16:9. I don't have the long version. I've got the
Oh,
tall
okay.
one.
Okay.
I will screen share the tall one. I love a good brain buster, except when they're hit on me.
Now I'm going to leave you in charge of this for a minute because I have to use the little Boris's room and I can't wait for commercial because I'm almost 50. Okay.
Take your time, brother. This is Love Pro Wrestling's final watch along of 2025. And fuck yeah, thank you guys for joining us here tonight. Boris, I appreciate it in the chat. Ben, always good to see you, brother. Appreciate y'all. If you're here, if you haven't, subscribe, like, all that good shit. Because by the end of January, we're going to have every single match in Love Pro Wrestling history officially released on this here YouTube channel. So you want great wrestling? You got her. You want good commentary? You got her. You want entertaining hosts? You got her outside of me being here sometimes. But thank y'all. As of midnight, we are officially 5 years old as far as the Love Wrestling brand goes. And it means a lot that y'all have chosen to support us, give a fuck, y'all allow us to sit and either talk about wrestling or perform professional wrestling. And y'all giving us the opportunity to do so means a hell of a lot. So thank you. All our love, as the kids say. How the fuck do they do this? Is it this? Is this what the kids are doing now? It's an upside down heart? I don't fucking know. Anyways, Ricochet versus Jack Perry. And a sleepy pup. Like, look at that sleepy boy right there.
What's the rip cam?
He's sleepy. He's
That's
a
how you
sleepy
get-
pup, Boris.
That's how you get views.
All right. The pups, lots of love to whatever. Oh, sorry. I'm going to move you. There's back to your proper spot.
Okay.
Yeah. Pups draw views. Also,
Fair.
Boris, the giggle water.
Oh, man. Oh, I got to snap out of it. You're handling business here. You're not going to make it till midnight, are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Boris? Fuck yeah, I will.
Oh, all right.
Got you. I will be in the chat because I know you've done some test streams and that sort of stuff, but as we get to sort of the finish of this match here, this is like your first official Triple
It's
B.
kind of like the first advertised fun thing. And I'm
Fuck yeah.
the software I'm using, you can like have a thing that'll show you like who's watching and stuff or whatever. And I'm fully prepared for the time being while I learn and grow to be streaming to no one. So I'm gonna like hide that so I don't even see it. So that way it's not gonna bum me out that I'm talking to no one or we are talking to no one, and then we just have fun and do our thing.
Well, that's the best way to approach stuff. in my
Luchasaurus
opinion.
is getting murdered by a guardrail and his elbow was all busted up. I bet that hurt like hell.
Do you? I'm sure you do. Pre-pandemic, we were supposed to see Luchasaurus wrestle Sean Spears
Correct.
here in Edmonton.
PWA 20th anniversary show. Or 19th.
I still have the graphic of MRB versus Sean Spears that was supposed to happen in Calgary. That was going to be like the quote-unquote go home for the Edmonton show. I also, Boris, do you want something? Do you want a piece of news related to the business that we just saw?
Yes.
So, a full credit, number one, to Fightful Select, the best $7.99 in the business, and great people there. If you've got the opportunity to support, please do. To read verbatim by the release I just got from Fightful Select. This past weekend at AEW World's End, AEW got creative with Luchasaurus' use on the show. On the December 31st episode of Dynamite, he appeared with a giant wrap on his shoulder. He then got attacked by Toa Leona and sent backstage during a match. We're told Luchasaurus' injury is legitimate, and he's expected to miss time in the ring of the result.
Oh. Well, that's
There we are. It is unfortunate. Again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. And by no means is that a Love Wrestling exclusive. Support Fightful Select when you get the chance. There are a lot of people out there who choose to tweet rumors and send out rumors and send out, I hate the phrase, fake news. Nothing but faith in Fightful Select, so support them if you can.
All right, listen, I want to know what the next match is for the Oil Rumble. You kayfabe me long enough.
Big Bad Boris,
Yes?
these folks have not appeared in Love Pro Wrestling for the better part of a year and a half.
Interesting.
But on Sunday, January 25th, and I'm sorry for the inevitable ugh you're going to give. But on January 25th, the Voros twins return to
damn.
Love Pro Wrestling to face off with Rich King, Dean Richter, and your best friend, Triple B, Thaddeus Archer III.
Is this a AEW Dynamite Watchalong exclusive that will be clipped and shown later.
That it is, Boris, if you take the time and effort to actually clip and post it yourself.
I will. That's awesome.
The
That
Voros
is gonna
twins are
be-
back, man.
That's
I'm
fantastic.
really, really excited. The Voros twins, you know, take the kayfabe out of it. Like, two of the most positive people that I know. I always have a smile on my face when I see Chris and Patrick. And
For sure.
I'm sure, especially after the last couple of months, Boris, you can understand the reasons that I ain't so thrilled whenever I see Rich and Thad and Dean.
Yes.
They're excellent professional wrestlers. I ain't ever going to denigrate on that end of things, but the methods to the madness and emphasis on madness in a lot of ways. I'm hoping to see rectified on January 25th, my man.
So the Oil Rumble next match announced January 25th. That's a Sunday afternoon, I believe.
You betcha.
The Oil Rumble, the Voros twins return to Love Pro Wrestling to take on Rich King and Dean Richter. That's fabulous. Who do the Oil Kings play that day? It's not Calgary, is it?
It is the Saskatoon Blades, if I remember
Saskatoon
right.
Blades.
You know me. There are very few times in my life where I will ever be opposed to Edmonton teams, Edmonton organizations, anything like that. My entire family is originally from Saskatchewan, and it's very, very difficult for me right now to switch allegiances because I'm going to push for the Oil Kings every gosh dang time, man. But I do have a little bit of extra love for Saskatoon. I've got no issues there. I'm a Saskatchewanite at heart, and I'm just hoping for a full heart here on January 25th.
It's kind of ironic on a wrestling night that it's the Saskatoon Blades. No? No good?
What does blading mean in wrestling?
That's
never heard
when you give the stunt granny the sign and whatever else. I don't know.
I got I'll tell you in the private chat because I won't share publicly, but I was asked for the first time this year if someone could blade.
Really?
And I said no.
We've never done that, have we? Like, we've had hard way stuff, but no.
The best way I can put it, Boris, is anytime you've seen excessive amounts of blood in Love Pro, that ain't come for any reason other than they got fucked up.
I think that's actually to kind of be commended in a weird way in, 4 years now?
Yeah, 4 years. And, like, there have certainly been their instances. Like you saw Rich, it would have been January, I think. Like, there have been those instances. And is compliment the right way to put it? I really don't know, speaking as the promoter.
Yeah.
It is very cool in a lot of ways that everything's sort of come legitimately is the best way to put it.
There you go.
Yeah. Because the answer, Boris, my answer was, fuck no.
Yeah, we got 2 bangers already. For how many matches do in the Rumble? 5, 4, 5, 4?
So it'll be same format
6,
as the last
7?
few years. So yeah, so
Sorry.
we're gonna have the same format as the last few years. So it'll be 3 matches before the game, 2 before the warm up for the
warm up skate. Yep.
1 in the sort of intermission between. And then 1 at each intermission. So 5-match card. We do have it fully locked up. So stay tuned. But every year, both Love Pro and the Oil Kings, and a huge shout out again to Kevin Radomski, who I know you've met a couple of times, and he's sort of the Oil Kings representative. Like, that dude rules. And working with the Oil Kings has been a pleasure, and especially working with him. He's very aligned in the fact that we want to bring some real cool shit to Rogers Place. And 5-match card starting at about 3:05 p.m. We're going to kill some shit, brother.
Do I get an in-game promo this year? I haven't got one yet. Do I get a live microphone at an Edmonton sporting event?
Boris, here's where I'll officially make the ask. Do you want to ring announce one of them?
I won't say no.
Done.
Sweet.
That's literally like that. That will be the only opportunity we've got. But if you want to take one on, Boris,
If you want to give me one, I will take one.
let me commentate one. I will trade you a ring announce spot.
Sweet. Here comes.
Done.
Speaking.
Boris, sorry. I've got a. Oh, sorry. Wait. One of them loose ass handshakes.
Oh, that stupid shit. Okay. We'll clip that for later too.
Oh, we're gonna get so much heat for it. I love it.
Speaking of LPW alumni, here comes the babe with the power. How cool was she when she was here? Like the gimmick ain't a gimmick. Just positive. No. She was cool to be around and just brought such a cool vibe. I was a big Willow Nightingale fan going in, but an even bigger like Willow Nightingale as a person fan coming out of that show. Like this had to be a couple of years ago now, and it still sticks with me how cool she was.
LPW 5. I can literally the poster. I don't know if you can see it from here, but it's the bottom right one there.
Okay. I don't think I have that one back here.
Have I ever told you the story of how that came together?
I don't believe so.
So, for LPW 5, and again tying into the fact that like. I really do take a lot of pride in the fact that a lot of people have chosen to return to Alberta with Love Pro Wrestling. So if you remember, our original card had Rachel facing TFA for the challenge title, and it was supposed to be Giselle Shaw versus Zoe Sager.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So
forgot about that.
About a week before, I got a call from TNA that Giselle was unable to be part of the event. I think everything that came out that week after, it was part of Pride Month that we had our June show. So Giselle was pulled from our show. We were offered replacements, like full kudos to TNA. They did whatever they could to help make right on that end. But just the replacements that we had weren't ideal. And so I'll message you in the private chat because I'm not going to spoil on this end, but we had a few people I reached out to and was like, hey, if you can't do this, is there anyone you recommend? And 3 people said, reach out to Willow.
Okay, that's cool.
And so Willow Nightingale took the booking for LPW 5 on less than a week's notice and came out, delivered, and like you say, Boris, just was a fucking great human being to deal with through all of it.
Pleasure to have around for sure.
As a non-wrestler, like booking 6 days or 7 days in advance, probably adding some stress to your plate. And
a relatively new company too. Like we have equity now. Like, we have a track record of coming through with what's promised for like name talent, is that we used to call them in PW name talent. But like 5 years in, we don't really have that equity, and some people are hesitant to take a booking and are worried they're going to get burned.
Yep, you hit the nail on the head, man. Like anybody, whether they're people who are local here to Edmonton or from Calgary, even with a drive up, or Saskatchewan, shout out Riley Cruz, like. Everybody takes a chance when they're working for us, but like you say, the closer you are, the easier those chances are to take. Willow flew in from Orlando. Like that's a fucking 8-hour flight.
That ain't close. It doesn't get much further than that, really.
So like, I will have nothing but love for the rest of my life for Willow Nightingale because, and man, if you go back and watch that match, fuck did it rule. Like there are so many reasons I could say that Zoe Hager is on the map. That match with Willow was one of the first of many where I was like, oh man, she's it. Like now, you start to find the plans to be like, oh, Zoe's not going to be here next month because she's signed. That was after LPW 5.
Yeah. Now, Spencer, is that match available right now on our YouTube channel?
Well, Big Bad Boris, I would love to tell you it is, but I will also love to tell you that every match in Love Pro Wrestling history is available right here on youtube.com/LoveWrestlingCA. And not only that, But if you want clips, you want highlights, you want content, you want commentary, you want everything in between time and the meantime, follow us wherever podcasts are played. Love Pro Wrestling is viewed. Awesome content is created by awesome people at Love Wrestling CA, wherever podcasts are played, or great shit happens.
See how that's how it's done, kids.
This is
Take
why,
notes.
and Boris, I shit you not, I have it on my list because obviously it'll take some work because we handle very similar roles on the audio end for Love Pro. Have it on my list. I want to commentate a match with you this year.
We haven't done that in a while, have we?
I have commentated one match with you. One.
Do you remember what it was?
I can't remember the exact match. I do know that it was the first time that Ben Omen ring announced for Love Wrestling.
Was it a Thursday?
Yeah, it would have been a Thursday night match. I genuinely, dude, I will find it. I can't remember which, but like, I really enjoy my commentary, and not to tear a curtain back too much, but like, you've given me some really good feedback when I have commentated on shows. But I would love to sit down and like commentate either a match or hopefully, knock on wood, a show with you at some point.
Hell yeah, man. I'm down with that.
Hell yeah, man. I do hope you know as we get here.
Your microphone's getting really quiet. I'm not sure why.
Oh, it's probably because I'm walking away from it.
Oh.
Can you hear me better now?
Hey, your microphone's getting really, really quiet.
But dude,
But yeah, no, I think that'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, as we close this match out, as we close this year out, a cheers to you, Boris, both on the commentary end, the content end, and on the friendship end. I have so much love for you, dude, and I appreciate everything you do for us and me. Dude, I'm very lucky. Like, most days of the week, I will send you a message on, like, have you seen this dumb shit? Do you have an
Hey,
opinion
read
on
this Cage of Death write-up that you sent me.
I am very lucky to have you in my life, man. And same goes for Melissa. Like, please pass that same to her as well, too. But I, no pun intended, have nothing but love for you, dude. And thank you thank you for being the final Love Wrestling stream of 2025.
I am. Oh my goodness, that's fabulous. Yeah, we had a hell of a year, man. With like all the great LPW stuff, all the content stuff, the 40-hour stream. Like we did a lot of shit this year.
Can I ask you a favor?
Yeah, I'm kind of processing it all in my head. Oh, yeah, apparently I called 98 matches this year, so I want to do over 100 next year.
As we close her out here, I'm going to ask you this twice, but as you're reconciling everything here, what are your overall thoughts here on the 40-hour stream? Let's take a 5-minute, because the last time I hopped on with you, we were going to do a Love Wrestling year in review, and then we just watched the Rumble. So I'm going to ask for an abridged of that, but I'm sorry I'm leading it, so I get to put you on the spot first.
The 40-hour stream was hard. But like, I look back on it, I'm very proud of what we all did and the money that we raised. It was fun. It was kind of that bit of crazy that I like, you know, when the home invasion and stuff happened. I remember I remember the Sunday morning around like 5 or 6 a.m. I went downstairs and had a little cry because I kind of hit the wall a little bit, but then we just kind of pushed through. And yeah, no, super proud of that. I was super appreciative for all the work everybody did to help make it happen. And I'm ready to we're doing it again.
Hell yeah.
God help us in November.
44-hour stream?
Like 40. No, that's it. That's enough. Frick, dude. And if that clock starts again, I'm throwing the whole thing out the window.
Well, and the reason I ask, and if you can afford me a couple extra minutes after Dynamite ends here, because I'll just be blunt, I have to run to the little Spencer's room right now. So
okay.
Can you vamp for a minute while I do that? Because outside of the 40-hour stream, I wanted to talk a couple just highlights of 2025 with you. Is that cool?
Everything blends together, man.
I know you've got another stream, so that's why I want to give you a couple minutes, and then I want to fuck off as early as you need me to.
Okay. I have to remember what happened this year. So many things happened this year. I have to remember all of them. All right, so we're in commercial. TSN is talking about the World Junior Hockey Championship. The Calgary Flames, I believe, their game is starting right away here, actually. I think the stupid Oilers play tonight, too. Let's check it out. The National Hockey League. Yes, the Flyers and the Flames are playing, and the stupid Oilers and the Bruins are playing as well. Oilers are losing. Ha, 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 ha. All right, looks like we're coming back from commercial. This is our main event. The TBS Championship is on the line. Mercedes Moné is your reigning and defending champion against Love Pro Wrestling alumni Willow Nightingale. We have picture in picture with the same pictures. Highlights of 2025, hey?
I'm getting the same thing you are, where I'm like, wow, this is...
Yeah, it's like Inception.
You know what they don't have? Ben Omen producing.
That's true.
Boy, this is bad.
I know, right? They'll figure it out. Don't worry. They'll figure it out. That'll be on Botchamania, though.
That's okay.
Frick, I'm trying to figure out the stuff that we did, because Calgary was a highlight to go somewhere new, do something new. Frick, you'd have to remind me what all this like. I just think of great matches. And I don't know if they happened this year or 5 years ago. That's my problem.
Dude,
like when MRB and Larry tore the ring apart. Was that this year or was that last year? I think that was last year, wasn't it?
25.
Which was when?
Last year.
See, like, I mean no disrespect to the talent and stuff. I just it all runs together to me.
This was the first year that I really realized it, because I used to go through, if people would give me a starting point for like, oh, this match happened on this show, I would be able to like break down like the storylines we went through with the individual wrestlers in that match. I fucked that up while I was talking to someone else a couple of days ago. So we're finally getting a history, which is real cool. If you want my honest answer, Boris, can I soapbox? Not soapbox. Like, can I friend you for a bit, not promote you for a bit? Is the best way I can put it. The first 6 months of this year were some of the most wonderful and some of the most difficult months I've ever had promoting. And the last 6 months of the year reinforced why I love this sport and why I love Alberta and why I love the people that are such consistent parts of our roster so fucking wholeheartedly. That's really the best way I can put it. And that's by no means, you want my honest answer. I overextended my own mental capacity for a lot. And,
I could imagine. It's hard to run the circus.
Yeah, but I'd been very good doing that through the first couple of years, just with the shoot job and life and all of that. I'm not going to air it publicly, but you sort of know the private stuff that's been going on in my life as well too, and that took a little bit of a heavy weight on a lot. And the first 6 months were tough. I overextended my own mental shit, and I had some good conversations with people who, again, I'm sure you can read between the lines on a lot, that are some of my mentors and some of the people that I trust the most in this industry. We reevaluated, we restrained, we fucking revalued, and we fucking reinvigorated Love Pro, I think, over the last 6 months. And up and down ain't said in a bad way, but like, man, I am so happy to end the year on such a huge up after the last little bit that if people thought we were cocky before, I was cocky before, and people thought that I was audacious saying we're one of Canada's best promotions, you're going to fucking hate me next year, you guys, because we've proved it, and I'm going to make sure we prove it next year. A huge thank you to each and every one of you who supports us on the promotional end, supports us on the content end, and just supports us. There literally is no brand in wrestling doing what we do. Like, there isn't. Whether you're talking about Canada or the States or whatever, like, we are the only fucking wrestling brand running content like we do and running shows like we do. Really.
Well, I mean,
Like-
What Culture did it, but it didn't last for very long.
Yep.
And I think what we... Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's just no shade. Sorry, I'll let you finish. I just wanted to put over, like, as I close out, Pluggo, Lawrence,
Yeah.
JPJ,
Great guys.
like, everybody on the content and things, and Zach, fucking, man, we wouldn't do what we do without you guys. And we are what we are because of each and every one of you.
And I think what we do really well with LPW especially is booking and storytelling, because you don't see a lot with indie companies where we've got, like, for example, who scored? Oh, Michael Backlund scored. We've got Reed and Mars have their story that ties in with Mars and Zoe, which ties in with this and that, which everything ties into the clandestine society, and then that ties into Paraleer, and everything kind of, you can slot things in because everything works with everything else, and everybody kind of has a bit of a story, so it's not just I mean, not that there's anything wrong with matches for the sake of matches, especially in the indies, but like 98% of what we do all has a purpose and ties into something else. That makes sense?
Yeah, if you want my, and I hope this doesn't sound like a rude take, because it's by no means intended to be. If you're running a bad pro wrestling show in 2025, 2026 in Canada, I think you're fucking stupid. Like, I actually think you're fucking stupid, because the talent this province, and I'm speaking strictly for Alberta, but you know, Boris, we're lucky enough that we bring in professional wrestlers from Saskatchewan and BC and throughout this country, and seeing that talent, watching online product as much as I do and our management does, I actually think you have to be dense as fuck to run a shitty pro wrestling show in Canada in 2025. And you're bang on, Boris. Like, I think the thing that differentiates Love Pro is our storytelling. But like you said, if you're putting on a match for the sake of a match, brother, if you can't find 14 good pro wrestlers, if you only want to do single stuff, or if you only can find 22 good pro wrestlers, if you want to do a tag match on a show, if you can't do that, get the fuck out. Duck the line, drop out, get the fuck out. This country is as talented as it could possibly be. Everybody, if you're good at promoting, you're honest with what you do, you're kind in the way you do it, and you're open in the fact that you want to make this industry a better place, you fucking have the opportunity. I came up in an industry here where every promoter that ran in this province while I was looking to, with one exception, a huge shout out to Kurt Sorokin, every single one of you fucking shut people out. There is every opportunity for anyone who wants to run a show out there, if you have some solid values, to put on a great pro wrestling show. It's not hard. It's not hard. We are built on our talent. If you can't fucking promote your talent properly, if you can't build a story around the incredible individuals that we've got here in this province, this country, I don't know what to tell you, bud. Like, I'm stupid and I can fucking do this shit.
We're missing a really good match here between Mercedes Monet and Willow Nightingale.
It's such a passion project for me. I'm sorry. It's like, by no means disrespect, but like...
Oh, babe, with the power bomb!
On,
oh, Willow Nightingale has... Oh, I shouldn't spoil it. Nothing happens for 10 seconds.
Dr. Bomb! Come on!
It's the babe with the power bomb.
Fuck yeah!
Willow Nightingale swimming in gold. That's pretty sweet. Even Rip approves. That's pretty cool, hey? I wonder if that's a bitch to clean up all that confetti. Oh, I guess you don't have seen the confetti yet, but the confetti's coming. Look at the smile on your face right now.
Oh, man.
I like this story with Mercedes too. Like, when you get to the top of the mountain, there's only one place to go, and you know, I like this.
If I can quote the greatest commentator in WWE history, you know, if you win the title 17 times, you've got to lose it 17 times.
Oh, and there's Speedball Mike Bailey, speaking of people that we like.
That's so fucking cool.
Oh, Chris Statlander out there. Da 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 da. Are they gonna hug it out?
I hope so. You close this night happy, man.
Look at the love.
I was gonna say Willow Nightingale hugging Speedball Mike Bailey. Look at the love. Oh man.
Now Chris Statlander should turn heel and just beat the shit out of her. Because I'm a cynical wrestling person.
You know what, Boris? It's the same way that I said I hope Randy Orton RKO's Cody off of the top of people's shoulders at WrestleMania 40. But as I get older, you sometimes realize that, like, man, just be happy to close stuff out.
And, send them home happy. Kurt Sorokin was a big send him home happy guy, which I can understand.
Yep. And this is by no means, I hope everybody knows this is coming from a complimentary place. But to see great people accomplish great things in the form of Willow Nightingale tonight, the world sucks. Wrestling rules.
That's right.
Smile anyways.
All right. In less than 2 hours, over on twitch.tv/TheBBBoris will be the Degrassi Junior High watch along with myself and Mrs. Boris. Spencer, anything you want to add before we get the hell out of here?
January 22nd and 23rd, Love Pro Wrestling returns to the Rec Room South Edmonton for CWS 32, which is insane to say. And then Love Pro Wrestling 44. Great Scott! We're going back to the Rec Room. Marty, Stephen Crow versus Canadian Goose Kyle Shaw is your main event. And then on January 25th, the Oil Rumble 3, more oily, more rumbly. Check us out there. But Boris,
More oily and more rumbly?
More oily, more rumbly.
Okay.
Boris, I close my part out. You take her home. I love you, dude. And thank you for everything you do. 2025
I love you too, brother.
Was man, you talk about statement years, and if anybody out there is talking about great commentators in pro wrestling, that's your motherfucker. Anybody's talking about people you should book, that's your motherfucker. Boris, you are, in my humble opinion, but my very correct opinion. Lots of love to all y'all, but I'm right. Book Boris. That motherfucker deserves all the love in the world. And Boris, you have all of my love in the world, dude. You are one of my favorite people on the planet, and I am so lucky to call you a friend, dude. I will see you in about 3 hours and 50 minutes in the comments.
You will see me in 1 hour and 50 minutes. Actually, this is kind of interesting. When I hit end stream here, when we're done, this is a cap on 2025 for Love Wrestling. I guess we're done. We'll see you next year.